Happy Monday morning, y'all. I told you we'd be back in the kitchen making tea cakes. Yes. Now, some of you may have never heard of tea cakes. I'll give you a little back history. This dates way back, early 1900s. Some more northern would actually call these almost a butter cookie. Not more of a shortbread, but more of a butter cookie. But we call them tea cakes. Now there's various recipes. I have yet to find one that mimics this. This is not going to have a heavy shortbread filling. It's not going to have a butter cookie texture. It's going to lean more towards the soft. It's not overly sweet. But don't frown when you see there's nutmeg and ginger. Now, I know nutmeg can be overpowering. But when I tell you this is not trust when I say, give it a try. I am excited to share this. Now, I did do this recipe 3 years ago when I was learning this YouTube filming. Y'all, the video didn't give justice to the recipe. I'm just saying. So, we're going to make it again with my achievement of this videoing. And let me tell you what, if you look at the old one and you watch this one, you're going to be like, yes, I mastered half. Y'all know I don't put a whole lot in this camera. I just turn it on and go with it. So, I'm going to turn you down. I'm going to show you the ingredients. I will go slow. I do have my mixer ready. I do have the oven preheated at 350 degrees. I believe this will yield a couple of dozen. It all depends on the size of the cookie that I make. And I normally try to make a good medium-sized cookie. So, let's get a sip of coffee. Y'all get your pen and paper. Now, this will be in the recipe book, whenever that is. Y'all, I take baby steps. This technology, I'm still in school. So get your pen and paper. Here is the recipe. Make it this holiday. Test and tune with your family. Something tells me they're going to ask for more each year. So, let's get to cooking. Here is our wet ingredients. 2 eggs, 1 3/4 cups sugar, 3 tablespoons evaporated milk, 1 cup softened butter. That is 2 sticks that I have in that bowl. I let it soften and then I whisk. So that's 1 cup of softened butter. This is salted. You can use unsalted. And we have 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. Now to this bowl that I have whisked very well, we have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/8 teaspoon ginger, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. We're starting off with the wet ingredients. That was 2 eggs, 1 3/4 cup sugar, and we will get this combined. Now that we have it combined, we're going to add our 1 cup of softened butter. I had to change. I don't know why I was using that small whisk to try to get this butter in here. We're going to mix. And this is the consistency that we're looking for. Now we're adding our 3 tablespoons of evaporated milk, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now this is pure vanilla extract. Mix well. Now that we have that well and combined, we're going to start adding our dry ingredients, about 1 cup at a time. keeping your mixer on low. You're going to give it a good mix. Add a little bit more. I'm going to get the sides scraped down. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off the flour. Now I'm going to cover it so it doesn't splatter everywhere till it gets combined. There we go. And that's all it is to it, y'all. So I'm going to get this off the paddle. I've got it off the stand mixer. And I'm just going to take this spatula, make sure everything, yes, it's good and combined. Perfect. Now I'm going to set this bowl in the ice box, refrigerator. I'm working on that, y'all, for about 15 minutes. We need to get it chilled, okay? It's very soft. It's not going to form a good ball unless we get it chilled. So about 15 minutes, that gives me time to clean up the dishes. And then we'll start rolling these out. We're about to have tea cakes. Y'all, you got to edit the recipe. I was replaying it to go ahead and speed up the editing. And I told y'all a teaspoon of salt. That is correct if you're using unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, as I am, it's a half a teaspoon of salt. So, make a memo. Unsalted butter, you use a teaspoon of salt. Salted butter, use a half a teaspoon of salt. All right, I let it go 20 minutes because I was editing that and I was like, oh my Lord. So, we're going to drop you down. Remember, the oven's preheated. And we're fixing to make us some tea cakes. I'm just using a cookie scoop. It kind of keeps my balls more even. And I'm just going to roll. And there you have it. Now, if you're making this and it's very warm in your house, you may have to put your dough back in to chill it. And I'm giving about a finger distance. First cookie sheet done. We got 12 cookies. Start checking at a 12-minute mark. They're not going to get a golden brown. They're not going to get a golden brown. I'm working on my second cookie sheet, so as one comes out, the other one goes in. They're not going to get golden brown, okay? They're going to stay a very blonde color. But you're going to be able to tell because they're going to, the bottom of it will get a light golden. Very, very faint golden. And you know that they're done. Of course, I'm going to, when I pull it out, I'll show y'all. But I start checking mine at the 12-minute mark. This is the first time I've made these with this stove. So it could be 12 to 15 minutes. But once you master that look that you're looking for, you'll know the perfect time on your stove. I'm not sure the camera is picking up, but these went 14 minutes. I'm just going to set them on a cookie sheet to cool. These went 14 minutes in this oven. I'm going to try to pick one up. Can you see that? Oh, that's hot. And that's what you want. It's kind of a blonde. I'm not sure the camera picked it up, but it has just a very little hint of golden on the cookie itself. Okay, so we're going to call it a blonde cookie. That's what I normally call it. And there you go. All right, I'm going to get the rest of them done. Oh, I got to share something with y'all. Let's call it a bonus. Y'all, look at this. This is what I was doing while the cookies was in. Now, these pretzels will not remain in this gallon bag. But we call these Cajun pretzels. And you can use saltines. I'm sure y'all have seen this recipe 100 times. Maybe mine's different. But it's very simple ingredients. 1 large bag of pretzel sticks or a box of saltine. Dump it in a Ziploc bag. In a mixing bowl, you're going to mix a cup of vegetable oil or canola. I like vegetable. 1 cup of vegetable oil, 1 package of dry ranch seasoning. The dressing mix, 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. I used my swamp mix. 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You're going to mix that very well. Pour it over your crackers or your pretzels. And, of course, take some of the air out. And about every few minutes, just lightly come in and toss it. And I'll do this about 4 hours. Okay, I'll set it up like this for 30 minutes. I'll come back and set it up like this on the counter. That way that oil and them seasonings is distributed amongst all these pretzels or crackers. After the 4 or 5 hour mark, take them and put them into a container or into another clean Ziploc bag. Let them sit in there, seal them up. Let them sit till tomorrow, the following day. They're not going to be oily, and that's going to be the best snack. So, I know football's playing, so this is a little good snack. So there you have it. It's a bonus. I've got the heel of some bread, a loaf of bread, and all I did was take the heel and break it in half since this is going to be a lot of cookies. It is going to be 36 is what we made. But you can use any bread and just put you a slice of bread and your cookies will stay very moist. 3 dozen tea cakes. And I hear the rain dropping, y'all. While they're sitting here cooling, I got my little pan here. We're going to eat one. Oh, now that actually shows the color better. Look at that. But look, I want to show y'all. See the inside? It's very, very moist. Y'all, this is memory bank. It's not sweet. It's not overpowering with that nutmeg that some, or ginger, that some, shy away from. It's the perfect balance. It's a simple cookie. This is where it's at. Simple ingredients, but oh so delicious. So the rain is definitely setting in. It's supposed to rain and be cold this evening before dark. When Buddy gets in, we're going to have to put our rain jackets on and go and cover the garden. I do actually have frost cover coming. 6 feet by 100 feet. I bought 2 rolls of it. I found it for $19 a roll. So, and then he's going to build the hoops. So it's going to make it easier because I feel like we're in for a unusual winter. One I think is going to be record-breaking for our zone in our area. I don't remember it being this cold this time of November. So I'm looking out there going, yeah, rain's in. I need to start a fire in the fireplace, enjoy my cookie, and hope that y'all are having an awesome day. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And don't forget about trying that bonus recipe. See you on the next one, y'all.